Alrighty. We are live. It's been a while, man, since I've been live. Hi. Anyways. You're gonna do some C deving today. Game engine deving. Yeah, there's a lot to kind of catch up on. But I had a nice game jam experience this past weekend, and the submission for the jam is on Friday, so I'm going to be spending some more time working on it. I'm not working alone, which is a change of pace. So, but I'm trying to get the engine up to snuff. If you don't know, for VOD watchers, I participated in the game jam this past weekend, and I used my cozy ASCII engine for the jam, and surprisingly it didn't go bad. And now I'm just kind of trying to get the rest of the game to the finish line, as well as like do some optimizations. It's been nice taking a break to just kind of do C coding. I've been enjoying it a lot. I miss doing it. Doing some C coding, and getting this engine to an actually better spot. There's a class of different things you need to work on. There's like feature level stuff and things like that, but there's also optimizations I've been working on. I've been vectorizing some of the stuff. What's going on, Mr. Playtime? Good to see you again. Anyways. And I'm also working on another thing for better object retrieval. But that's not quite there yet, and I'm not sure if I'm going to get it done by Friday. I hope I do. Could be like such a huge performance improvement, but we shall see. There's a few things I want to do besides just change the assets for this board. Some stuff on Dreams, like the game. That's cool. I used to play Media Molecules, Little Planet, a long time ago, and I enjoyed that. I also need to work on documentation for this engine. So like this game jam was like, it was kind of a gnarly experience, because it's like it's a real Cabin Guy. Real Cabin Guy is here. It's good to see you again, Zero. So this game jam, I didn't use a game engine. I used my cozy ASCII engine, and someone else had it. It's not only gnarly enough to use your own like engine for the jam, but then I just threw this engine at this guy and was like, all right, dude, start figuring out how to code some of the features for this game in my engine. This poor like engineering student, dude. And I mean, he was killing it. He was working with it and he was figuring stuff out. But it's like if you try Godot or you try Unity, there's documentation. There's a wiki you can go to. But with this guy, there's like nope. There's none of that. I was still changing some of the fundamental functions for the engine while we're at the jam. And like he was in the Wild West, man. I just kind of threw him into that. So but now we have like a few more days until Friday, which is the deadline for this jam. And beyond just implementing actual features of the game, I've been actually doing things like documentation for this engine, which for the first time is being used by someone else besides me. So yeah, I'm like, we should probably make it a little bit more easy for people to use if I'm gonna do this in more feature stuff. So now we actually have I re-architected the engine a little bit and added some basic things like, hey, here's a documentation, dude. Here's the README. Here's like how you actually here's like how you actually, I don't know, modify and set up stuff within the engine. What's going on, Draco? You just did that? I did do that. The server are gone. What do you mean? Oh yeah, for Lovely Planet, it's tragic. But yeah, Zero, I just did that. We just went to the game jam with my engine and just threw it at some dude and tried to get it working. There's a lot of jank stuff that's like involved with that. I got Raylib working in it, and then I got rid of Raylib again and had to get audio working in it. Audio works. We have like this ASCII engine actually outputting audio. It takes a while to compile, but it's fine. What languages? I'm using C for this. Let me do something real quick. Where were we? Objects, object tree. First of all, I don't like this. I don't like the way this is doing stuff. So yeah, that was my game jam experience, and that was fun. And I mean, it's still going on technically till Friday, so we have this whole quad tree optimization I'm working on, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna have it ready by then. It will make a big impact though, because it's gonna take right now the game runs at like 10 FPS which, you know, it's kind of terrible. And with this new optimization, it should be running at like significantly, it takes like around 200 milliseconds for it. And with the optimization, we're looking at 20 milliseconds. So like a whole order of magnitude if I can get this data structure implemented correctly. Where am I at? I'm doing something. Is it engine? No, it's in session data. But yeah, so there's an additional house cleaning I need to do today. I need to do some documentation for it. I'm learning cybersecurity. It takes a lifetime, man, and it's very. There's no way I can really answer that, because it's like when you ask for a time duration, it's like it assumes a starting point and an end point, and there's not really. There's a definitive start point maybe, but the end point I'm not sure. All right, I'm gonna do an optimize thing, and I'm just gonna have this. Or if optimize, then I guess it's still going to require like code manipulation anyways. Maybe there's no point in having this if def, because it's like I'm still going to have to go into the code and like switch between using the raycast linear search versus the raycast tree traversal. So I don't even know, man. Long time, what's going on, motivational life? Yeah, it's been a minute, man. It's been a minute. We're back, though. We're back. But yeah. It's good to see you, Zero. What did I miss? Did I miss anything crazy in the meantime? Okay, so let's talk about tasks. I need to do some art as well. But let me look at the to-do list that we cooked up yesterday. Connection quest, no. That's the name of the game. The theme of the game jam was connection. So we had a really cool, honestly this game mechanic is so cool, I may actually do something more with it. And I might talk to the other person I'm working with. Let's see here, documentation, design. So I'm working on the action grid. That's the thing I have ownership over. I don't know, so there's the things that are marked as X is done. Things with dashes are to do, and then things with W's in front of them are like wants. They're not that important. I think we're gonna do the wants first though. I think we're gonna have to do that. And I think part of the wants is making a shader that's actually lit for sprites. So we're gonna have to just do that. Yeah, we have sprite lit and we have a sprite unlit. I think I copied a lot of the sprite stuff with the sprite unlit to the sprite lit. So we're just gonna have to do that. Let me catch up and chat in a second. Sprite lit, and that's just empty. Okay, cool. So I should just be able to grab this. Sometimes you forget while doing programming, as it usually happens. I mean, that's a very general question, but yeah, most people, programmers, even experienced ones, don't remember absolutely everything. You just get better at like figuring out how to search up the information that you're looking for. Just takes some time. Yeah, I need to really document this. There's a I can't express how gnarly it is to just be like, here dude, here's the entire code base, get cracking. Like, here's some C that's like super kind of not standard. Just get cracking, dog. Just get working. Yeah, there's no wiki, there's no documentation. I barely even commented anything. Just figure it out, man. Look at some examples somewhere on the other repository or something. Oh yeah, I never did a demo of this too, by the way, right? So like, here's a demo of this engine working, rendering in terminal. Actually, I think I have, let me see, maybe I actually have it on I might have to pull from Origin or something, but yeah, this is a different repository, but I think I left this in a somewhat stable place. It was the dumbest thing too, because to build it, I made a script called build for real for real. This one only has build for real. Yep, and it builds with Raylib, because that's when I still had it in the project. And then, what is it called? Game.app. Oh, it's not working. No, this is the old version. No, that's not what I want. No, we had a significantly cooler version. What branch am I on even? Yeah, I'm in main. There we go. Now we can do the build for real. And then we can do game.app. Yeah, so this is the cozy engine rendering in terminal. So look at this, guys. Look at this. All in C. All within C. All real time. This is like actual terminal ASCII that's being printed around. The Raylib thing is not actually working well, because it's like looking for something. I can't control the camera right now because it's so jank, dude. We're gonna talk about how jank the Raylib integration was, but yeah, it's really bad. Because I have to create another window that's invisible off to the side so the mouse can be parked there and be clicked into it so you can actually use it and control it. Otherwise, if you click out it onto the actual terminal, it doesn't actually work. Nope. My input's not being read right now. Oh, because I think I commented out for the dude. But yeah, it's a little demo showing like, hey, this ASCII engine actually has like lighting and stuff going on, and it looks pretty good. And I'm gonna have to bring the more advanced version here later. So let's talk, let me start implementing some actual proper things. We have this sprite that's unlit, now we have to implement this sprite lit. I'm gonna have to name things correctly. This is honestly gonna be kind of simple, because it's largely the same content, realistically. Like, I may not even have to make another one of these, but I don't know, maybe I do. Yes, read index, yeah, that's all good. And then we'd have to, the last thing we need to do, so the other thing I want to do is like more AVX intrinsics. So instead of doing these operations, we can just do it with like just for fun. I'm not sure if it's worth it here that much, but it's cool, so like why not? Yeah, I appreciate it, Sana. MD files usually add into bash programs that you're using here, so you're doing shell programming also? No, I'm not doing shell programming at all. The MD file is just for like human readability and consumption. Like the MD file I had over here is just like documentation so that the other programmer here can actually like look at this and understand what's going on and make sense of it. Because, you know, it's not just me, so I have to make things a little bit more, I have to make things actually clear and usable. Where are we at right now? Something I do want to check is the main file, so I can get a refresher on how to handle lighting, because I kind of forgot how you do that. And wrong main. Okay, and of course you had to define 3.14. Dude, this everything in this jam was so jank, man. It was so jank. Right, I did get rid of Raylib for this one, and that's why, okay, that's why input's not working for this. I could reintroduce it for better, but yeah. Begin drawing, yeah, that's the Raylib stuff. I need to figure out how we do lighting real quick so I can actually document that. Yeah, old APIs, we changed this some time ago. Is this it? Or is there a for loop? There's a for loop here. Okay, cool. So we have a light reference. So let's actually document that. Where's... No, it's design. Where is the documentation? I thought I actually pulled it up. Docs, readme, lighting. Okay. Now, how did I define lighting? So we have a light reference. That's for sure. I'm gonna create a better API for creating lights because I don't want people to have to actually index directly into the static arrays. I'd rather them be able to just like struct like point. They just call a function and just get the thing they're looking for. Light reference. What did I write? What am I doing? So it's an array, lights, and they have the ambient color as well. Okay, that's a whole thing. Yeah, here we go. It's underscore point. And then the example I use here is we actually construct lighting data this way. I also have to do the style guide, but that's less important. You can survive non-uniform code as long as there's functionality. Dun, 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 dun. Of course, because I have to deal with Raylib's name collision stuff. I'm not doing that. Okay, there we go. Alright, and then finally, position. Okay, cool. So that defines the actual light data. But I don't know. I like the API I have going on for like just creating objects. There's like a single function, create object, it does the thing, you supply it the information you want. How old are you? I'm in my 20s. When you started your journey as a programmer as a kid, I was like in middle school or something. Crazy. You was going Euclid mind? Euclid? The original Euclid? The one who defined all the axioms for Euclidean geometry? Okay, so yeah, I think I might even revise this, dude. Let's go into light. Yeah, this is actually super important. Yeah, light .h. I don't think we have any simple API here, do we? There's like getting light data, but I don't like that. And then there's a thing here for like, we have the data and then we have a reference to the light source. Which is using the same kind of reference as we do already for game objects, but I want this to be consolidated. And right now it looks like in the main source code, it looks as if we have these things fundamentally divorced. And then there's light request point, which is lame. I don't like that. I want to just have light create and then like point light or whatever specific type of light you're dealing with. I don't know why I'm like prematurely thinking about even having cone lights and stuff like that, but or line lights. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna change this API a little bit to be like light reference. Create point, and we can have additional functions for those particular things we're doing. And then maybe I'll just take in the data directly, so like, or I don't know, maybe we just take all this stuff directly as input parameters so that you don't even have to deal with like constructing this whole data thing. You don't have to create this struct instance and manage that. It's just, hey dude, give me, I mean, what am I using to define here? Float radius, float intensity, color 4, and position. What's going on, Morgan? Hey, what's going on, Morgan? It's good to see you. Yeah, Ergodog, easy. Yeah, we're gonna make some nice, I don't know, I'm thinking about making like little desktop terminal apps, just not meant to be games, but rather just like, hey, here's an environment that's just chill. Or like a little fishing thing that happens. Something like you can just passively manage on the side and don't have to worry about. I think it'd be kind of cool. But yeah, you just do this whole thing. and then I will handle the rest here. If I could say, hey, here's the thing, I'll do the whole light reference. It was a request point. That's the syntax I have going on here. And now I have a Boolean type too, so I can just say true. Honestly, I should do like a lot of refactors. Yeah, so what do you have here? So you taking a pointer to this light data. That's kind of putting the chicken before the egg, right? The light data thing is more like involved because like I have like slabs of bytes that are allocated. So I can't just do direct indexing. I have to do like specific, I have to respect the size of each slab, which is a whole thing. Okay, so we have this request point, light request. Why do we do this whole thing, man? I guess I was trying to make things easier, but it's not that much easier. I've just hidden like one extra thing and that's it. We do mem copy the data though, so that's good to know. Yeah, there's a reason for that. Okay, so I could just create the data locally within the stack and pass it in because it's going to be mem copied anyways into the source array, which begs the question: why don't you just index directly into it and then assign it? And it's none of your business. All right, leave me alone. Let the man do his memory allocation the way he's going to do it. All right. You don't go into a man's home and question how he allocates his memory. That's personal. Okay, intensity, color, and position. What do we got going on here? Okay, nice. Data. Then I think that's all that's required for this parameter, and I can just return the result of this, and we should just be hunky-dory, which I think is good. And I guess we'll document it. A new point light source within this level. Okay, and I do a bunch of stuff here that's a little gnarly. Not gnarly, but like I'm doing a lot of specific, hey, we're gonna index. Ooh. L data? What's L data? Who's L data? Who are you? Wait, what? What am I doing? Okay, so this is... You're defined here. You're an array of pointers to light data. And I guess I assign you here? I don't know where. Your assignment's happening outside of the for loop, so Or is it? Is my screen just too small? No, never mind. You're still in this for loop. Okay, this makes sense. This makes sense. And then there's light get data. Okay, cool. Gotcha. So let's document that. Light underscore get data. That sounds correct to me. That belongs in the documentation. In fact, let's go to there. I'm going to document this as well. Or anything that's actually important, I'm just going to document it. For everything that I expect people to actually interact with, we'll just document it. Gets a pointer to light data of provided light reference. Returns a void pointer dude. They should know, right? What kind of data you're dealing with. A void pointer. Because not knowing what type you're pointing to is a you problem. Okay, maybe, I don't know, maybe I can give them a hint to be like, hey, return the enum type as well for the light data so you can do the right cat. I think I did something for this already, actually. I don't know, whatever. You should know what you're doing. What's going on? Sudo su? Nah. I prefer sudo rm rf dash or pointer. I forgot what it was to delete your entire system directory. Okay, so this should like theoretically be correct and good. So let me just again yoink this into the documentation. No, that's the engine performance stuff. The shader, which we will do. Okay. Here we go. I should probably indicate data type too. That's probably a good idea. I'll be kind and try to make this remotely helpful. Okay, cool. And now I can just like this is for shaders. This is wrong. That's fine. Creation. Okay. So now people know how to create a light within the engine. Theoretically. Let's teach them how to actually import or update it. Dude, honestly, like, I need to simplify this. Because, like, this whole lighting system, I designed it under the predicate that, like, I'm gonna have a bunch of different light sources, and I need to be able to support them. But like for the type of game engine this is, like, it's just a 2D thing. Like I don't think we need to have all these different variations. Maybe the line light would be cool and the sunlight might be fine. That's fine. I guess we'll just do that. We'll just keep it architected like this, and it'll be a skill issue. You don't it's not bad design. It's a skill issue. Skill issue. You don't know how to use this. That's a skill issue. I didn't design it wrong. Alright. So you have this, and then we have the void pointer equals light get. I think it's just data. Which I'm not even happy with this syntax either. So we'll just use the light from the top example. Or just make it very explicit what this is. Get light data. Is there, what does the API look like? What did I define this function to be like? I don't even know. We got, oh, we have functions for returning lights too. Whoa, we're crazy out here. Light, okay, let's actually just document this as well. Kills the provided light source, and then we're gonna do a sad face. Yes, that's what should be in official documentation. Okay. What else you got here? We got this. Right, the updating part. That's kind of important. Oh yeah, I'm also trying to find the correct function. Oh, it's just get data. Okay, I wasn't that inconsistent. This returns void pointer. You need to know which type is cast properly. And then I'm just gonna be like, yeah, but in most cases it's just light. Like most cases it's just gonna be this. In most cases though, it's probably just this. Yep, that looks official, right? Alright, we're gonna get to actually implementing stuff in a second. I just needed to get this out of the way because I think this is gonna be super critical. And this needs to be actually done so the other guy can actually do productive work without being blocked by my not fully baked engine. What else is there? This looks correct, this looks correct. And an example of like modifying intensity. Or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's an example. I implemented something like that here, right? Yeah, here. So we have the modifications of like intensity and stuff. Cool. So I can just do that. I think up here, I do that cast. somewhere. Yeah, light get data. Wait, what? L data. I don't need to cast it. Is it just like? Does a void pointer just say, ah, whatever? I'll go with whatever type you got here, dude. I don't care, man. Dude, I can't believe it. I feel bad for I just can't. Like, I can't believe I just did a game jam with this engine. I just threw this engine at a dude, and it was like this yes, dude. Like, hey, kid. I know that you just first your in-person game jam, but you're not using Godot. Here's my engine in C. No documentation, no wiki. Also, all the fundamental APIs of this engine. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna be changing it while we're doing the jam. Don't worry about it. Just it still worked out, but jeez, man. Like, the more I'm going through, like, actually creating documentation for him to work with, the more I'm like, oh my goodness, what did I do? Oh, man. Better, like, catch up. What's going on here? Sweet His. What's going on? Oh, yeah, this is a pseudo thing. This is amazing. Thank you, Legendary Twister. Oh, what's going on, Sia? Whoa, what was going on? No way. Oh, yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, that was gnarly. That was a that was a really gnarly thing to do. Honestly, like, I thought it wasn't. I mean, here's the thing though, like, this is not it was not a chance encounter, because the person I work with is also like a Linux dude, and he also has a split keyboard. Literally the only guy in the entire game jam who has a split keyboard. So me and this, like, this senior, you know, at this university, we're just, like, full on, just terminal, ripping some C in our split keys, just sweating hard, just being absolute sweats. Oh, dude. Fun. You did a game jam with the engine, though? Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was fun. I really enjoyed it. I mean, it's a nice little talking piece, right? But jeez, man, that was kind of low-key stressful. We still have a few more days. It was a weekend thing, but apparently they gave us like a whole week or extra 5 days for it, so we're just doing some extra work to make it a little bit nicer, and I'm taking some beats to, like, improve the engine, like, in general, while also actually implementing the game stuff. Doing some optimizations. I love taking this week off from streaming and just, like, working on this project has been, like, I feel like I've been gaining so much XP. Like, I'm doing some stuff I've been wanting to do, like optimization stuff. We're doing some AVX things too. I've been wanting to do AVX for so long, dude. Now I get to feel like a wizard and wizard vector, learning how to do vector instructions and whatnot. It feels so cool, man. I miss the game jam, yeah. I mean, this is my first game jam in like 6 years, dude. I think the last one. Here's the funniest thing, though, because I think the last jam I did was the connection jam in GMTK. You remember that one? And the theme of that was like connection, and then this game jam's theme was connection. So I was like, okay, 6 years later, I guess that's the point A to point B, dude. I left game jams as a noob, and I'm like back, and I'm like, all right, I'm a slightly less noob. I don't know, it's a very gnarly thing. Modify. It's so weird too. Like, I've been so isolated, and then just like going back into this local community of people has been pretty sick, dude. Those cases, modify. Yeah, it's the data modification. Return, and then yeah, light underscore return. What do we got here? Is that the correct thing? Yeah, it is. Light reference. Light. It's been so long. Yeah, full circle. Yeah, for real. Well, and it's funny because the themes are connection, right? So it's like those 6 years ago is connected to like the now. You can't make it up, man. This works out perfectly. Okay, this is enough documentation. This is enough documentation. The dude should be fine. I mean, I didn't test any of this code that I've just done, but I'm gonna assume it's fine. So we're just gonna send it, and I'm gonna message him on Discord and be like, yo, updated docs. Can you test my documentation to make sure I didn't lie? That sounds like a great recipe right there. I'm sorry. Are you calling me a liar? Oh, I misspelled git. That's why. Never mind. I was a liar. Full circle, yeah. How about you, though? I know it's like last time I saw you're in Greece, right? How's that treating you, dude? It looked really cool. I'm out of water. That's tragic. Okay, this is the left camera control stuff. This is the ASCII, the original repository. We're not working on that. I'm doing something else. Oh right, agenda. We have an agenda, don't we? Where is the to-dos? No, this is engine specific stuff. Okay, what's my homework? Right, I was gonna do light sourcing. I guess I could actually try testing this out. So the game itself, I really want to work on optimizations because it's running terrible. It's like at 10 frames per second right now. So we have, this is like not sauce at all. Like this is not a, for the jam it was fine to be like, alright, here's a showcase of like selecting actions and then executing them. But that can't stand. That cannot be the way things work. So we're gonna do stuff. I can't do the have action regenerate synced with this until, or maybe I can. I don't know. I can implement it and just wait for the dude to hook it in, and then we'll see if it works. We'll have to see. Sleep termination, though, is something we can definitely implement right now. And that's going to be within the action grid header file. What's going on here? Yeah, what's going on, Melons? Good to see you. Full circle mode. Oh yeah, dude, that is a quote from Rusty Lake. The past is never dead, it's not even past. Yeah. I did some game jams earlier this year. Oh, let's go. It's been amazing. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I'm glad to hear Greece has been amazing for you. Oh my goodness, it's Pumpkin too. Melon and Pumpkin in the same place. Also, what's going on, Voided Name? How you doing, dude? Good luck today. Thank you, man. Good luck to you as well, whatever your endeavors are. Right, so we have this regeneration thing. I don't need to worry about that. There's this action grid, cursor update. I should have like documented something. Mark is selected. Okay. Action grid init. Cursor update. Inbounds checks. Reject bad inputs. Object position. And then we mark it as index. Okay, cool. I guess we can add like is locked. Is cursor sleep locked? Better description. I don't even remember how to get stuff from... I forgot which variables it was. Dude, I was like so tired after that game jam. I was like so... going so ham on code, and then I feel like I just dumped all that stuff. More fruit. Summer melon, yeah. We are just pumpkin melon, don't worry. Goose. Who's Goosey? Personally, I am a cantaloupe girly, but I respect it. Cantaloupe. I can't remember ever having cantaloupe, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Honestly, I can't remember the last time I had melon, honestly. But I respect them. Okay. We're gonna mark this as... We have to add this as a rejection condition. So... yeah. We're gonna do... I'm trying the urge to like revisit some classes and just do some basic vector stuff, but we'll stop. But yeah, I need to travel, dude. I need to see some stuff before winter envelops me for the rest of the winter. Cursor sleep locked. So we're gonna add this new condition that rejects cursor movements. What else is there? We also have to check to see if sleep. What is this? Yeah, I'm excited, dude. I think I'm gonna go to more events. I'm gonna start going out and stuff. I think we started off light this game jam, but I think future ones, I'm gonna bring the whole setup. I'm gonna bring the CRT, and I'm gonna be so super dumb. Why not? Why not be dumb? Okay, E sleep is the enum. Direction. Obviously, it'll also be good to meet more people too. That was fun. A lot of really cool people. And I feel like I'm, like, I don't know, man. I'm like, just bringing some, I don't know. I feel like it's fun to try to like be like, hey guys, join my my programming cult of like, let's just go to raw C. Abandon your engines. Abandon everything. Let's start writing things from scratch, dude. Let's start doing some. It was funny. I was even like showing like AVX intrinsics at the jam and like showing them the documentation and be like, hey dude, it's not that crazy, man. You too could use AVX. Come on, you could come join the the ultra performance chasing coder cult. Or at least a subdivision of like the ultra performance seeking coders who are actually don't actually achieve performance, but instead achieve like bad performance at a level of complexity. Botanically, what's going on here, dude? The matrix has you. You need to unplug? Nah, man. I need to plug in more, dude. I'm not plugged in enough. Come see old ass ruins in Greece. Puts everything in perspective. It'll be cool. I have been tempted to learn some like, cause there's like there's different types of Greek language, right? Like I want to look at the old letters of Paul, and I was like, cause there's Koine Greece or Koine, and there's like classical Greek, and then there's like the anglicized version of Greek, and there's like modern Greek, and it's like, oh dude, what do I do? Do I just try learning like the Greek of the context of Paul, or do I like learn modern Greek and then use the understanding of grammar and stuff to like take on historical? I don't know. It's a whole thing. It's either that or like actually learning Hebrew. But there's like the thing too is like a lot of the Old Testament stuff is from the Septuagint, which is in Greek as well. So it's like, what's the ROI, right? Or maybe I just learn Aramaic so I can read like the 5 verses in the Bible that are written in Aramaic. Dude. Okay, what was I doing? Right. Yes. We have to do is sleep locked. Equals true. If this is set. And then once you actually send it, is selecting a selection has been made. Perfect. What's going on here? Literally drove by Corinth. Oh my goodness. To the Corinthians, yeah, it's right there. Yeah. Yeah, there's like a whole trip to the like for Paul's travel. It would be cool to do that one day. It's a long flight though. I hate flying. But I might have to just deal with that. For all motor possessions. Okay, Melon. Neil. I am but a humble construct. Hello, humble construct. We need to play some more Big Walk. That was fun. Well, it was fun, and then things devolved. Yeah, it would be cool to visit that, though. Perchance. Huh. Where do you want to go, dude? Like, I know there's a bunch of big things. There's like Athens. I know like my church does some stuff with like people, like not in Athens but outside of Athens, with like Romani people there. I don't know, the hub of culture, man. What do you even do and see? What am I doing? Right, so this is signaling. We do the cursor, this cursor locked is false, yep. And then after we do that, we get rid of all this debug code, because who needs it? Action grid regenerate selected, yeah. So the last thing I need to do is do this comparison of the index, which is like, what, S action grid state, I believe. Index. And if it's true to that, then I should theoretically not be able to move. So let's recompile, and let's see. Okay. We got errors. A lot of errors. Wow. Is cursor sleep locked? Is that not what I typed in? What? I don't even know. It is coming up, dude. Let's see. Cozy cabin computer. Yeah, this is a cozy cabin computer. Did I not? Oh, it's capital S. Oh, I'm a silly bear, aren't I? A silly, silly bear. The silliest of bears. Yeah, there we go. The cozy cabin guy. Yeah, the cabin guy, as you've dubbed me. Not complaining, by the way. I like being... I dig the cabin guy moniker. Oh yeah, and there's naming convention. Okay, yeah. We have to test this one feature, we have to implement all of the features. That's simple. You just got to do the thing, man. Where's the shaders? Right, I didn't open them up after I closed them down. Actually, yeah. Okay, yeah. And I believe it's sprite lit? Yes. Sprite lit, that's correct. Sprite lit, that's correct. All the data seems to be correct here. You should be lit. You should be lit. Index. We're gonna keep these functionalities the same. I might want to like combine them into one function that I can use across, but whatever. Color. Okay, we're gonna do a little sidetrack here, cause like why not? Why not do this little? It's dumb. It really is dumb. I kind of want to do it though. Kind of want to do this. No, or maybe I don't. Let's just finish this first. I guess. We get a resultant color, and then what happens here? Now we have to process it with lighting, which are math objects. Root folder. We'll reference our standard lit for that. Also, do you include everything in the correct order, or I don't guess not. Okay, where's the shader? We have a function called calculate lights. Beautiful. Okay. So I can literally just yoink this. Actually, these three things I need to do. This is not as straightforward as I would have hoped. Yeah, this is very much not straightforward. Yeah, ideally I would have just... Okay, we're going to do something. Because ultimately this is meant to produce a lit fragment. Really, you can just call it lit or light fragment. And we can just yoink all of this, including this, into here, and then pass in all the things that are required. So I'm assuming we need to have like the color for albedo. And since you got your mic audio stuff fixed, we can utilize the other catalog of VoIP-based games we played. Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm glad Steam Deck exists and makes life easy for like playing. I don't know why audio is such a pain on like my desktop and laptop Linux versions. I don't know, maybe I should just go to Nix OS, dude. Make the jump. Just become a Nix OS user. I don't know, I've been getting sold on it recently. Maybe I just do the plunge. So this takes in, what is required for these calculations? Like we provide the albedo, sure. We provide luminance, calculate, composite, light counts. Like I don't see anything here that requires anything beyond just, you do require the hit though. So I need to supply the recast hit. But that's largely it. So I should, in theory, be able to simplify this drastically. Yes, drastically, darling. I should simply be able to do this, and then return light fragment. And then albedo. I've been watching a lot of Columbo lately. I love Columbo, dude. The LTV hits different, dude. Old TV hits different. I don't know what to tell you. So it's just called hit, so I should just be able to call this hit as well. Columbo. I don't know, man. I identify with the dude. You know, he's kind of... I don't know, man. He's an honest, everyday type looking dude. On the surface, it doesn't inspire that much, you know, authority or whatnot. People underestimate him, but then, you know, under that exterior, there's a person who's very smart and very cunning and very determined. I'm like, I respect that dude. And he also has quite the moral character as well. I don't know, man. I just dig it. I can't remember the last time I was like watching something and I was like just going like, let's go, get him, Columbo. Get that dude. Each episode's like an hour long, or it's like a mini movie. It's enough for you to get invested in like being against the antagonist. Okay, what do we have here? F standard lit. So this function should do the job now, which means I should theoretically be able to go to sprite lit and call this, but with I didn't factor that in. Why are we doing multiplying by color here and we don't do it here? That seems a bit odd to me. Feels like I'm neglecting a step, but no matter. I shall simply just ignore it for right now, as one does. Dude just keeps asking more interrogating questions premise as though he forgets to mention it beforehand. It's like Phoenix Wright levels of funny. Yeah, I love it every single time. Like he's walking away, he's like, and by the way, did you know about the lipstick? It's so good because you know it's coming up too. You know the dude's he's about to hit him with it. But it feels great every single time Columbo just says, and by the way, just one more thing. It's so good, dude. I think I identify with Columbo so much because he's an investigator, right? And I feel like an investigator all the time. But he's solving crimes. I feel like an investigator solving crimes in my code base that I've committed. So it's like Columbo meets Memento, you know? Like there's always a part of the episode where he's just like figuring out what the heck's going on, and I see him doing that, and like, that's me, dude. I'm just a dude trying to figure out what's going on here too, man. And sometimes I find the evidence to find the culprit, which is always essentially me. But you know, it feels like that, dude. Dude, I feel so tempted to like get a trench coat, like not the not the ones we're talking about, not the Matrix ones, just the old one-timey one. Use some, you know, 1960s wear and start smoking a cigar, dude. While I'm coding. Not all the time. It's just when I'm dealing with a crime in the code base. Okay, we did this. We did this. We did this. I think things are fine. But we're gonna find out when I hit compile. Build for real. You like this build script, by the way, guys? Build for real, for real. Because we had a build for real, but that wasn't real enough. So we had to do build for real, for real. Yep. Also, this is not a function, this is an array. And what's going on here? Conflicting types for get sprite sheet. Yeah, because I copied and pasted it. And I'm doing stuff in an odd way. There's sprite lit. I have to get sprite unlit. Let me check comments real quick. So you're there. Where's sprite unlit? Sprite lit, there we go. No, you're just a data type. I don't know. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure moment. Oh, that's true, that's true. The Jotaro moment. Oh no, like Jotaro doesn't like Columbo solves a crime by like using the truth to ensnare them. Jotaro doesn't do that, alright? Jotaro just like keeps upping the ante and pressuring like crazy and like he's like in a weird way he's like a deranged gambler, dude. Like he's like, it's not enough that I'm betting my life, dude. Let's bet my mama's life. Let's bet my dad's life, my granddad's life. Let's get in let's put the entire lineage on black. Like the pressure of your insane decisions isn't enough to crack the other guy. That's Jotaro, dude. That's a different kind of level. That's what we all strive to be, and we all bust her out as. Your next line will be, but he wears a Tresca. That's true. That's actually Joestar. Joseph who? Gosh, dude, I haven't watched JoJo in like years, man. Yeah, no, that's for sure Joseph though. He's the clever one. He's the guy who. He's the one who could have been the detective, instead of like, what was he? He was like a real estate broker, right? Like, isn't that what he ends up doing? Like he goes into real estate. Dude, it would be so funny if Joseph was like. I wonder how he reacted to the 2008 financial crisis. Or the dot-com bubble. You know for a fact Joseph lost a lot in the dot-com bubble, dude. For sure. Like, I think he's in the same camp as like Peter B. Parker in terms of their financial, like. Actually, I don't know. He made a lot of money, right? To like fund the Speedwagon Foundation or something. Or is it the other way? Did he like just was like an absolute bum and Speedwagon just hooked him up? I don't even know, dude. Alright, I'm solving issues, right? What's the issues again? What am I doing wrong here? Alright, we'll just go one by one. That's all a man can do. You're at line, what, 270, I believe? Yeah, because we're indexing into it. It's not a function. Oh, wait, what? No. I want to build. That's what I want to do. AO? Hey! Wait, what do you... Should I play this on stream, or is it not a safer stream thing? Let me know before I click and put this on live. That's why Jolene was in jail, bro. They couldn't bail her out after 2000. That's so funny. I didn't even think about that. She's stuck in jail because they lost everything in the 2008 financial crisis. Jeez. Damn, dude. That's crazy. But plausible. Joseph lost everything in that, and then Jotaro was... What, he had a PhD in marine biology? I don't think that pays that crazy. Heck, dude, by that point, Jotaro's probably still paying his college debt. He got a PhD, man. I don't know how much money there is in marine biology, dude. That's right. I want to see someone like, there's YouTubers for every specific niche, right? Like there's ones for legal, like even within legal stuff, right? There's dudes for like civic law and whatever. There's like woodworker YouTubers. There's like whatever. I just want to see a personal finance YouTuber like break down the finances of the Joestar family, just to understand like how good or how terrible it was. It gets to the point of how Joseph just pulls flush cards out of every situation. Okay, let me watch this. Let me put this here. Alright, what do you got for me? What do you got for me?
Stop following me.
That's why you got divorced? Oh no.
I just happened to be walking in the same direction as you.
Is that so?
Set that.
Look, what's going on here? What's happening here? What did you send me? Okay.
Haha. Next you'll say, you were too slow, old man. What?
Hey, Ugly, are you sure you were sent to kill me?
Oh yeah.
Because I feel more alive now than I have in years.
How is this possible?
See, I'm not gonna lie, the voice act, the chat, like
Did my stand in
the
middle
speech,
of
the speech text speech thing is like messing with me.
Where did you get that?
What? You just gave it to me.
Like hell I did.
Yup. On brand. Dude, Hamon was so crazy, dude. Hamon was like the best, dude. I'm sad that they got rid of Hamon. I like the Sunshine martial arts. That was Make Money app. It wasn't that he was aloof. It was all because of the money. I want to read Jotaro's thesis. Someone find it. It's got to exist somewhere. Someone's got to have done a fan thesis for Jotaro. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm fixing stuff. Okay, fine. Let me see the whole thing. Where is it? Let me. Where is it? Reopen. Wait 1 second. No, dude, work with me. Firefox. Dude, it doesn't let me. Okay, 1 sec. I'll just click on the Discord, whatever. I don't know where I left off, but it's fine. Or actually, is it still here? No, it's not. Okay. It's like around here. He starts shooting at him.
That doesn't make any sense. I was never not looking.
Ow. I love the sprite work in this game, dude.
Right. You can't see my stand anymore, can you?
I wish they ever... Did they ever re-release this? I know they did a re-release of the third 3D one, but...
You know, you really shouldn't announce your next attack. Especially not while suspended upside down.
Huh. Since when am I hanging here?
Well, you see...
Microsoft Sam, that's what I'm thinking of for the voices.
A grenade?
Okay.
I don't know when I got it. Basically, while you weren't
When
looking.
I wasn't looking, yes, I get it. Set them. Turn him back. I don't
Yeah,
want
he
to
really
deal
does
with
do that
whatever
stuff.
magical powers this freak had when he was younger.
Ah, nothing like seeing a plan work to perfection.
What plan? You were making stuff up.
You know, he really is the Phoenix Wright of the JoJo universe.
See, that's exactly what I wanted you to think. But in reality, while you weren't looking,
Actually, who do you think is more Phoenix Wright?
Around this area to make you
Joseph or
think impossible
Jotaro?
things were happening. That way, you turn me back to normal of your own volition.
No, that's a straight up lie and you know it. You didn't even know I existed before today. Plus, I've been following you all day, so when could you have possibly said the truth?
Overdrive.
Yeah. I love the art, dude. The art's so sick. Yeah. The Phoenix Wright, dude. Same energy. What compiler error am I on? Shader sprite shader underscore sprite unlit. I need to watch part 4 again. I like that a lot. I enjoy me some part 4. I know people don't like it, but there's something about it I enjoy a lot. Conflicting types for FT sprite. What are you talking about? Okay. Sprite unlit. So sprite unlit has you define a struct called FD sprite unlit. That's fine. Oh, I forget I have to change not only the top but the bottom as well. Because we're in C and we have to do type definitions twice. Okay. That's one less thing. Sprite sheet UV. Part 4 best part, yeah. Yeah, 4 and 5, they're tight. Well, yeah, I think 4, I don't know. I haven't seen it in a while. I need to watch it again, dude. Come on, just go. So while you weren't looking, I swiped a piece of critical evidence linked to the culprit, which is you. Yeah. Well, it's like it's stuff like from the very beginning that comes back right in the very end. I don't know. I've been watching a bunch. I just got to season 2 today. It's good stuff, man. There's something about old TV shows though that are super cozy and comfy for me. I like it a lot. It's my cup of tea. Sprite unlit error, conflicting types are get sprite sheet UV. Is this defined anywhere else? What's going on here? What's the order in which I'm building these shaders? I should probably look at that. That'd be kind of important. Linking the shaders in the correct order might be a little bit important. Is this not in root? Oh, it's within the actual engine. Okay. I need to figure out how I'm going to architect this so that I can separate the engine and this application specific stuff. Okay, so we have you should be defined first. And that gets rid of all the errors. Beautiful. And then finally, we have this light request point. But this is not happy. Incompatible type argument 1. Expected light pointer, but argument is of type light point. Ah, whoopsie. I was providing the data directly instead of providing a pointer. This should make all your problems go away. Hey, what's going on, Chamerka? It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. It's been a break since I've streamed last. I think about a week or two. Okay, we're gonna do a little dessert for tonight. We did this. The light stuff, the dock stuff. Let me do a little something something for fun. It may not even be good, honestly, but we'll just do it. It's always fun doing this. We're gonna do a little AVX stuff here. I know, crazy. Perish the thought. But I figure you might as well, you know, have a little fun, dude. I know I've talked about it a bit in the channel, but I don't think I've actually ever implemented this on stream. It's pretty cool. And very simple, too. I mean, yeah, it's like reasonably simple. Like, it seems crazy, but then it's like actually not. 128, that's fine. C4 array. Okay. And union color 4. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully graduated life is treating you well, Tamerka. Okay, got that. So you have this. Now I can start yoinking some things here and there. But actually, the thing that's immediately kind of needed is like the I don't even think it's worth doing this, but I don't know, maybe it is. I'm just doing this in a dumb way, but it's always fun to try doing this a little bit. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's 2 for the type, and then 1, and then what, 120 set PS. I guess we're gonna do. But I think doing it manually like this is actually not good. I think I should probably do like a directly from a direct array set. GBA. Yeah, there's probably a better way to do this. I just want to start setting it up as I learn more and more about this kind of thing. Okay, A, B. This is A, this is B. Actually, I don't even have to do this because I think the registers, if we're using the union type, I may actually just be able to just do this. I should experiment with that actually. Okay, there's no operation for like doing the addition at all. Instead, I think you just do 128 and then b.um128. So the register's already a set, and then you can just do the single operation add and then R and then return. Oh, do I do union or do I just do a bunch of casts? Because I could just do like a void. Oh, I don't know. That's like for, I've done it for void pointers. I don't know if you can do just a void cast to other stuff. I don't know. Oh man. I forgot how you do this. Because I think I might have to actually store it into a value or something. Like I think I might have to actually create a union value of like U color 4. Color results. Do this whole operation. And do like color dot. How do I do this in the how do I do this in the other? Like over here I've done that. I'm not sure if it's actually that much, if it's fast though. Cause I've done this and I do store U into this type directly. I want to see if I can cheat that. And instead maybe just like do some casting stuff, but I don't know. I was going Kepper. Sup, so I have a question. So I'm making a game with inventory, relationship, unlockables, etc. I ended up with a lot of manager objects and state scripts for saving. Am I doing something wrong? That's too general and I can't tell you if you're doing things right or wrong. Without actually having like knowledge about your system, but I can say this, right? Let me think for a second. So like all you're doing is trade-offs, right? When you're architecting solutions for things like this, you're wrangling complexity, right? And some complexity is necessary, right? Especially if you want to be able to expand these things. Having managers and having like some structure emerge to deal with this stuff isn't inherently wrong. I think the thing you're gonna have to evaluate is, hey, is this complexity worth it for what I'm getting from it? And if it's no, then maybe it's time to re-architect it, redesign it to be a bit more simpler and require less of that. If you're finding that, hey, it is complex, but it is enabling me to extend and create new content for the game, then it's fine, and I'd leave it alone. Or you can always improve it, but like, it wouldn't warrant like such a big structural overhaul. And then something to consider is like, because maybe it's working fine for where you're at, but consider future prospects of like, hey, it's working within session data, but how is this going to translate to saving, you know? Is there a uniformed way to serialize all this data to a file? And if there's not, then that's something you need to think about. If you have that, there's also considerations of, hey, what if like I change things? Do I have any mechanisms to deal with that? Or is that not a thing that's going to be allowed? Are we not going to allow changing of like the data stored within like, I don't know, relationships or items or whatever, right? So I guess evaluate the cost benefit of your current implementation. Evaluate if your current implementation is going to withstand the weight of future requirements, and allow that to dictate whether you simplify what you've written down, if you refactor it, or if it's actually just good enough as is. Hopefully that helps. I think that's the most I can say without, you know, having to go through your code base or something. Maybe I can just do this. Otherwise, you do the simple C4 and then component-wise addition x plus a b dot x, actually r, and g and b and a. Okay, thank you very much, man. You always have a great answer. I only know about the current system right now. I will try to look for other solutions. I'll keep learning. Of course, dude. Sometimes I do too, Kepper. Is like, if you're using Git, you can make a branch, or sometimes like take a day, make a new project in whatever engine you're using, and like roughly architect those same systems, but from scratch. And you'll find that you'll try implementing things different and then see how you feel about that. It's a nice way of like just experimenting without fully committing to it. Trying it within your code base, there's a lot of weight. Like the things you're dealing with are load bearing, so there's friction in trying to modifying it. So if you make a new branch or if you start a new repository, you can feel a lot more free to actually explore different alternatives. That's what I've done in the past, and honestly that's how you gain wisdom, is by iterating. Honestly, like I've implemented so many things hundreds of different ways at this point. Like I've done save systems in a bunch of different ways. I've done character input. I've implemented it like hundreds of ways at this point, and you get insight into the different pros and cons that comes from different directions. So hopefully that helps. It helped a lot for me too. Crazy. Hey, I'm glad to hear that. Interested to see how that applies to the stuff you're working on too. Yeah, I would think that'd be like a very like technical thing, but I don't know. I guess there's applications to it outside of just coding. Okay, so I think, let's see if this compiles. Okay, wait, actually, it's not the error I was expecting. Let's see if this works. So this is a little taste of something even cooler. This is a taste of something even more rad. Also, these names are taken. Okay. Register A, register B. We're going to add register A and register B. Wow. Okay, and then what's going on here? What happened within float 3? Oh, because I'm using float 3 as a definition for this instead of color. Yep. Oh no, this is wrong file. Yeah, you were fine the way you were. This one is the one that's wrong. Yeah, we're getting a little taste of like cool performance-y kind of stuff. We're basically using programming cheat codes, dude. There's a bunch of instructions that your CPU has that most of the time when you're coding you just don't have access to or never have to use, but sometimes you can just say, you know what, we're gonna use it, dude. We're gonna leverage it. Use these secret cheat codes that your CPU has to do cool, fast things. Yeah, this is gonna remain commented out for right now, though. 91. Oh, that's from that function. Okay, 64, that's a good number. Okay, and line 26. Yeah, you're supposed to be a color 4. Okay. Panel types when returning. Oh, right, because you're supposed to be a UC4. Whoopsie. Hey, and it compiled. Nice. So now, instead of doing 4 consecutive add operations, we can do 4 adds in a single instruction, dude. Nice. I mean, I want to actually like decompile the assembly and walk through it to see like what exactly the instruction counts are. That's essentially what's supposed to be happening here. It's pretty cool stuff, man. Pretty cool stuff. I'm wondering though if like, let's also do the multiplication equivalent. So we have an add operation for color. Let's now do a mult operation, and it's literally gonna be the same thing, except instead of add, we're gonna do MUL for single precision floats, man. Also, I hate the fact that it's like PS instead of SP. You think precision single? I'm assuming that's what it stands for, because usually this is dealing with floats when you see that PS. But who knows? Maybe I'm just wrong in an entirely different way. There we go. Also, don't complain about documentation, guys, until you ever look at the intrinsic stuff. The language there is super obtuse, and sometimes like just kind of like like it's referencing itself for certain things. Like today I was looking at the, let me see if I can find it. Oh, PS, I think. But there's a specific website that I was looking at the documentation for this. I think I need to do underscore arch. Nope, that's not the website. Not the Intel official ones. Is it physics? Yeah, it's this one. Ow, my eyes. Ow, my eyes. Or, I think it's something else. This is a more straightforward one. Multiply adds packed single precision floating counting values using float 32 vectors. Corresponding main instruction is fmad, or xxx could be 132, 213, or 231. Yeah, that's totally not like. Yeah, this is the thing that's like funny. Like they have A, B, and C, and like all it says is float 32 vector used for operation. Float 32 vector also used for the operation. Float 32 vector also used for the operation. Like it doesn't say what operation is being done with them, right? Like it doesn't say which one's being added to which ones, and then what's the coef, like which one's acting as like a coefficient. Like it doesn't say the entire documentation. It might as well just like be blank. Or just say, this is a value. This is a value. It's literally what it's doing. It doesn't say anything. I mean, in this case, it's fine because it's kind of a straightforward operation. But like, dude, there's so much text and it doesn't quite like do it. At least like the Intel one is like, it actually gives you pseudocode, but like, like what does it do? underscore PS. Yeah, this is a better alternative. Hey, look at this latency, throughput, CPI. Okay. Yeah, like, this is actually much more reasonable. It's like it's saying, okay, floating point elements in A and B, add their intermediate result to packed elements in C, store and destination. Beautiful. Why didn't you do that? Yeah, this is a description. This is a description. This is a description. That's exactly it. Like, it's like at least this one, it gives you a pseudocode so you can actually like, go through the elements and like work out what's actually being done. It's like it's you know, it's still terse and like it still requires you to know some stuff, but at least it's something, right? The other one just straight up was like, hey, this is value A, it's a value. Hey, here's value B, it's a value also. I love it too. Like, these are almost the same, except for these, they add the word also. Really important distinction to make, all right? This is a value. Oh, this is also a value. This is also a value. I'm surprised they didn't even add two. This is also a value too. Like there's like a modicum of effort, and then they're like, nah. It's so dumb. This is what I have to do, man. This is what I look at. Like, I see stuff like that, I'm like, alright, I understand why people are asking, like, ChatGPT or Claude. When you have documentation like that, it's I don't know, it is funny, man. Yeah, I'm using Kagi for search, voided. I am a Kagi user, Kagi enjoyer. Speaking of which, I think I might have to actually pull that instruction back up because I think we're going to be using it here as well. Color for yeah, we're going to use a union. Hopefully that doesn't like make things a pain. But I just like that I can just directly like add stuff. Or directly just say, hey, here's a register, and just have the data marshaled into it like automatically. I used to like not get the point of unions, but I've been I'm like, oh, okay, I see what your deal is. What's the point here? Thank you, Kate. I appreciate it. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate the good luck. We're going to keep trucking till Friday. It's going to happen. I believe in it. I really shouldn't be doing like... I really shouldn't be worrying about vectorizing or doing some D stuff for this. This is not important and not the performance bottleneck for this game. Really, the quad tree traversal is the thing I should be focusing on, but like... This is like my dessert, dude. This is my dessert. I just want to do this. This is what is the fun. This is what is the cool. So we're just gonna do it. See ya. You have a good one, alright? Thanks for popping in though. Hope you have a good one. Did I return? No, C4. Yeah, because it's fun to say that. Gotta do what you can enjoy, yeah. I mean, it's fun. It's fun to like. I feel cool when I get to do this. I'm also just trying to get a better understanding of this stuff. In fact, I'm doing this wrong, actually. Let's go back to the physics website. 128A, 128B, 128C. So I'd have to actually do like a P register, and then I'd have to do like mm set 1 PS and then P. Could it all be the same thing? And then which one's which? Come on, alright, we have to actually go to this one. I hate why are these websites all in white mode, dude? You're making me go blind. Okay, who's... Can I... Where is my... Okay, I have to like zoom out to see the whole thing. Alright, A times B plus C. Okay, cool. Oh. Okay. A times B. In this case, we have to get a difference then. If A is start, then this would be the start. I'm assuming it's just this, right? Reader would help. Extension. Yeah, I think I actually do have Dark Reader. I don't know why I have it off right now. There we go. That's better. This feels nicer. There's some website where it doesn't look good, but I'll deal with that. But yeah, that looks more correct. Okay, cool. Okay, so now we have this subtraction of them. I'm pretty sure just sub PS, and then broadcast the P, and then A and B are going to be multiplied against each other, so it'd be like RP sub and then RA. Okay, and that'd be the final result. I do have like a alert function, so I guess I could just do float alert for each component, but actually I could just do C4. Also, I should probably inline these functions too. Is this a hobby project? They're all my hobby projects. I guess technically this would be my first release for the Cozy Cabin games, but I don't know. I mean, it is probably on Friday. Gee, I keep getting this mixed up. Yeah, another thing I do on this channel is actually like my day job or anything. This is just for fun coding. That's how I learn stuff too. Like, I think for most projects, you're not gonna have to be forced to do a lot of this stuff. Float lerp RGBA. Perfect. Okay, so we have our non-vectorized version, our vectorized version, and let's see if I can't use. I'm gonna get rid of this mult. I'm just gonna call it mul. That way I follow the same conventions as these. Now I can go to these functions and use them more like a more optimized version of it. Also, I'm starting to hate using uppercase characters more and more. Okay, but I'm consistent with my conventions, so we're gonna stick and be consistent with this. So instead of doing this, we do color equals C4. Okay. Looks correct to me. And again, same thing here. Alright, what's going on here? Oh, you're supposed to be a union, aren't you? So color 4 is part of this union, but expected U color 4. Type color 4. I should get a CRT2. I used to play San Andreas in one. You should. They're not that expensive. They're pretty cheap, honestly. And they change how you deal with stuff. They change how you interact with everything. It feels different. Gotta have some variety in life, right? It's not happy about this whole union business we have going on here. Oh, I have to bust unions. I have to be a union buster, dude. Oh no. Which means that these have to become just color 4s, which is going to produce a whole host of other compile issues. Because now it's not going to be happy about any of this, yeah. Because now I can't just do these registers directly. I have to actually, like... I mean, I guess it's not part of the spec, but... Can I just say color? Could we just do this? Officer, I swear, I am indeed. Cannot convert a value to a vector. You're lame. I don't wanna. How about this though? Color 4. The implicit cast. Is this enough to make all the problems go away? Ooh, I think, no, it didn't. Oh, wait a second, but you still think this is a color 4. Come on, if we just throw enough parentheses at this. I think we threw enough parentheses at it. Yeah, buddy, we threw enough parentheses at the problem and it went away. We forced the thing to become a union. I'm not sure how good or bad that is, but whatever. Who cares? Who cares, dude? Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. At the cost of like a cast, dude. That's all you need. Who needs more than that? Alright, let's make you also 4. In fact, I don't even need to do the individual cast here. I can just lump them together. It would be great. Be one big happy family of just casting. Prior to streaming, yeah, I kind of built this setup over time. I streamed here and there, but it was never like the same type of layout I have now. This kind of emerged over time. Oh, I encircled the wrong element. Okay, cool. Build for real now, dude. You're unhappy at line 115. Yeah, because you're still taking color 5? When did I do that? Color 4, that's what you're producing, that's what you're taking in. Oh? Why is this being finicky now? It was working up here. U color 4, U color 4, cast A, cast B. Oh, because you have to do U. The union. What's going on here? Sign type 128. What? Yo, it's been a long time. How are you doing? I'm doing good, dude. Just having some fun doing some development. Oh, what's going on? Joaquin Kurais. Hopefully you're doing well today, man. Glad to have you guys in the stream. I'm just a dude shouting at my machine and my code. Okay, what's going on here? You're taking 3 128 arguments. Why are you not accepting the 128-bit arguments? Incompatible type when passing the type 128 from type int. What? What are you saying? Oh. Okay, this produces even more issues. Target mismatch. What are you talking about? what is going on? So the path, the stack is color 4. It's something to do with the inlining. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, if def. Yeah, we're good here, I think. No, we're not. Okay, that looks correct. We store here. We do PS set 1. We should accept float. We're not getting issues for that. We're getting issues here though. And what is this target mismatch? It's supposed to be taking 3, 128. Are one of these not that? RP is MM128. Sub is 128. RA is 128. From a CRT, yeah, I am. Real thing. We live like this. Yeah, I'm just looking at this. The text is a bit nice and big too and chunky, so I can actually understand it. I'm not trying to make my eyes squint that hard. Yeah, it's underscore mm underscore fm add. Takes in 120, yeah. And it produces the values that that's done across the lanes. What am I missing exactly here? And it compiles fine for these operations too. There's no issues with these intrinsic functions. It's only this one. Dunders. What's dunders? What do you mean dunders? Is there another one I'm mistaking for? There's mask, but we're not doing that. That's for 256. I got the underscores correct. Okay, we're just gonna clear it. We're gonna try building for real again. And then we're gonna look and read through this. And it's saying that inlining is failing, always inline for this function. So something's trying to get inlined here. I wonder if there's some kind of conflict with that. It's like this intrinsic specifically has this always inline attribute on it, and it's saying that's what's failing. We have an always inline attribute as well. I don't know, dude. This is like super gnarly. This is weird. This is like not due to like the usage of this. There's just something else that's going on. That's failing with this argument. Because if I change this argument to something else, like if I change it to just this. Yeah, too many arguments, yeah. But that's like a different thing. That's just a syntactic error on my part. And that compiles fine. But when I use the fmad, it fails. Target specific option mismatch. What is this for? Is it because I don't have a flag for this? Okay. Skylight, okay. Include an mtm.h, yeah. It's FMA, so I'd need the FMA flag. Maybe that's what I need to do is pass in that FMA flag. Maybe that's what's going on. Because I only enabled like... Maybe that's what's going on here. Yeah. Okay, what do you got going here? AVX plus FMA. Okay. FF fast. Let me see. Maybe this is the issue. Maybe we have the keys to El Dorado. Let me modify my build for real script to make it even more for real. What is that thing that you need to include? F open MP. You lied to me. Oh, this is like F fast, no space, dash math. Maybe that's what's going on here. How's it going, Syndicate? Failing at lurking, it's all good. It's good to see you though. Hopefully you're doing well. I know it's been a minute on my end. But hey, sometimes you gotta take a little break to do some leveling up. Okay, and it's still being weird. Okay, so what did he do? Alright, I'm just gonna test out the dude, what he said. He's doing F open MP. It's still getting compilers. Okay, I don't know what's going on with this. What's up, Cozy? Sleep is overrated. Yeah, sleep is for the weak. Why sleep when we can deal with this stuff? March Navy, it activates all CPU features. Ah. Yeah, I'm excluding this one, but I guess we just need to dash march equals native. I think I did a little wrong. There we go. And that built. Okay, cool. So we just had to do this to get all features. Beautiful. So that's going on Syndicate. Had a nice weekend. Did some Devon. We're gonna try to get something done this week. We're doing some engine stuff and doing a little, having a little fun with this. Don't get to do it too often. So why not take a little opportunity to do some of that? And you know, I might even modify the rest of the shaders to use this new refactorized functions. You're up to different shenanigans. What have I missed while I was away? Well, I was also away, so I didn't stream for like a week and a half or something. And I did a game jam, and I have like a few more. Like I have until Friday to get a game done for this jam. And someone's actually working with me as well, so I've been doing a lot of work on the underlying engine to improve it for usability purposes. Also, I should probably message them that yo. One second. But yeah, dude, this is super cool because it's like your computer has some secret cheat codes, and most of the time you're not using it. But we get to use it today. We're having a little fun with it. And we actually want to juice it a little bit more, but they're just baby steps right now. Doing some baby steps. Ah, so we are doing some... Why did I implement color lerps here? That's like not the appropriate place for that. And float lerp? Okay. These are all in the wrong places, dude. Is this gonna compile? Who's unhappy about this? Shader, standard lit. Let's go to you. Standard lit at what line? 97. Yeah, you're not doing this no more. We're gonna use the cool. Wait a second, wait. Did I not just implement? Like, didn't we just go through this whole rigmarole to get C4 lerp? That's why I called it, okay. Sprite lit, standard lit. Yeah, no more C4 lerp. We're using the good ones. There we go. Collab, you say? That's different. The lone wolf joins a pack. Well, it's like I kind of like co-opted someone into it, which has been a really cool experience. I've been enjoying it. Yeah, I mean, game jams are meant to be collaborative, so like, it was cool that even with this very particularly odd set of tools that we're using to make a game, that someone was down to like just, you know, down to clown and just get some Devon done did. I appreciate it. Yeah, like this we can change as well. Dude, we can like super change all this stuff. We could just go and like hand roll all this. Let's not do that, but I'm like super tempted to do that. Dude, don't tempt me. We're not doing this right now. I'm not gonna do it. Alright, so we have this working. I should theoretically be able to press play and things don't look absolute terrible. And yeah, the colors are interpolating correctly. I'm able to move stuff around. Oh, and we're in a sleep tile, so it doesn't work anymore. We end our turn. Beautiful. And I'm able to navigate around until I get to a sleep tile, which I can't really, it's hard to distinguish, so I need to fix that. Was that a sleep tile? That didn't look like it. Okay. Why do we have duplicate lefts? That's not right. I need to fix that. And now we can't move anywhere because we went to sleep and all the tiles we selected get changed. Okay, this is half the game so far. There's other optimization we're going to be working on, or I started already working on, which is the fact that the way we're doing our ray tracing or ray testing is like super slow and takes like 164 milliseconds. That's like doing a linear search. Every single ray that hits or that we shoot out, I'm changing it to use like a quad tree to do traversal, and the basic preliminary numbers look much better. It goes from 164 milliseconds down to like 30 or 40 milliseconds, but the issue is that it's not quite rendering things correctly. So I kind of like, there's a temptation to work on this optimization to just make the game feel way more responsive, but there's also kind of a desire to actually just get the game staying. I mean, most of it's implemented, so like I'm good on that respect, but I don't know, man. There's other things we could do to make the game better, but where is it? I think it's within session data where we do the ray traversal stuff. I should probably make a function just, or a header file just for this stuff, but whatever. Yeah, and I'm swapping out, I have the tree traversal comped out. If I were to bring this back, you're gonna see like only a fragment of the stuff actually rendering correctly, which like sucks. And it's cool that it's like kind of working, but also sucks that it's not working. Yeah, like you see this only little sliver, and like the rendering is not correct. But hey, look at the perf cost though. Look at that. We're at what, 20 milliseconds for traversal? We just got to traverse it actually good, dude. So I'll explain the game. Here's the game, the idea that we had. So like this is part of a game jam we just did this past weekend, and the theme of the game jam was connection. So I had this idea of recycling an idea from an old game I did called Dot Dungeon. But the people I'm doing the jam with had some cool ideas that changed it. So imagine that you're on a grid, and you're a dude who's over here, and you're trying to get over here. This is your goal. And you start off with like an energy of like 100, right? Your goal is to get, one second. Okay, your goal is to get from here to over here while consuming less than 100 energy, right? Well, in this context, that seems straightforward. But here's the thing, right? There's obstacles that may emerge throughout your journey that may block you. You may have boulders that you can't pass through. You may have things like spider webs that may consume extra energy. So the way you control your character is that you have this board with all these different actions you can do. You can go left, you can go up, you can go right, you can attack if there's enemies around you, you can even go to sleep. And you can drag to connect all these actions into one set of actions and then confirm it. And whatever you select on this path, the player is going to execute. So if you did this, the player would move left, then up, then right, then attack, then go to sleep. And your goal is, while using this board, to navigate your character from here to here. Every single chain or node you connect on this chain is energy that's going to be consumed from here. And going to sleep actually gives you energy, but once you connect with sleep here, you cannot connect to any other adjacent actions. Your turn ends right here. And of course, if you don't like the hand you're dealt, you can also pay like 10 energy or something to reshuffle your entire board. And that's the idea. It's a terminal based, and then of course it's all CPU rendered, no GPU. It's all rendered within your terminal directly. And yeah, so that's the thing we're working on, and we're making it better. So we have like the action stuff implemented, and that seems to be working for the most part fine. This is still cooking. This is in the oven right now, but it's gonna be sick. And I'm also just doing some additional things here to try to improve just the usage and what we can do, because I want to have some cooler effects happening here. And which is why I'm like looking at doing this whole quad tree navigation for rendering. And yeah, it's a whole thing. But I'd rather have it, like right now it feels so good and responsive just to move this thing around. And if we have an extra budget for rendering, like we can add the lit light shaders onto it and have a really cool effect. By the way, like this is not insane, because I actually so like here's a demo of the actual engine, another version of this engine that actually has all the cool features I mentioned. So if I run it right now, or I think I have like a thing here called play. So this is the same engine right now, and as you see, it's lit. There's lighting, there's shadows, there's all this kind of stuff. It's all rendered within your terminal. This is ASCII. You can control it, but like I was going through something, testing something, so I removed all the user inputs. But like this is all rendered real time on the CPU, no GPU. And it works fine. So I want to get to this level of speed for this other project. This is fine because we don't have that many objects here, but you know, linear search scales linearly, so we got to implement a better algorithm for looking up things for ray collision tests. But yeah, so it's like totally feasible. Totally feasible. And we're gonna get to this kind of degree of coolness, hopefully. So just need to get this optimization cooking, and we're gonna be golden, dude. And I just need to figure out what's going on with my quad tree that's resulting in these like issues, because the quad tree, I think the quad tree should be mostly fine. And we were working with an ideal scenario where it's like most of this stuff is like static. We're not dealing with like reparenting or any of that stuff, or those edge cases. And so I need to figure out what's going on here. It's either something to do with this or something to do with our ray trace code, the actual rays themselves, once we detect collisions, which would be handled within session data, which I might even just move this into like a different header file or something. I don't know. Or maybe there are reasons they try to have low energy. Is it turn-based or live action? It's all turn-based. Like the turns are like these things. Your turn is, hey, I just chose these actions, and then the world's gonna do something. And there's a lot of ideas too, but Friday's coming up, so we kind of have to not scope creep. I'm back from salsa. Hey, nice bachata. Making myself snacks before bed and finding my favorite coder online for a bonus stream. Let's go, Syndicate. I'm glad to hear that. And hopefully get to hunker down for the night and rest and relax and chill and all that. So, yeah, diagnosing this is going to be the issue. That's going to be the trick. I think, like, there's oddities here, because if we run this again, or actually if I zoom in right now, there's some weird oddities, like, hey, how come the half of these sprites are cold and not rendered, but the whole of this cursor animation is being rendered? That's like super odd. That is super duper odd. Why is my quad tree search not doing things correctly there? That's weird. Is it a shader specific issue, or is it like just a general bad thing? In fact, there's also questions of like, hey, what if I move the camera? So if I press play right now and I zoom back out and I move the camera, okay, so that's not affecting things. So this is very much a this is very much like a world position sampling thing. I might have to just make some debug stuff to visualize the node graph that's been constructed here. Or maybe I should just use a different type of algorithm or data structure for this. Dance bachata, yeah. Is way easier than salsa. Yeah, salsa is very involved. I mean, they're both kind of like 4-step based, but salsa is way more. There's a whole thing to that. Display. Direction hit, raycast tree. Okay, let's go back to this function here. We have a raycast tree thing. We take in a world space origin from the camera. Direction. Object reference I, current I. While quad tree, try get current origin. Okay. We have position, we have scale, we have origin, point to local. This returns, okay, so this is returning the object. Each step, the new object that's being found on this tree traversal. So, what is going on here? Either this is correctly getting everything and then discarding it. That seems incorrect, since this is the same exact logic and it works elsewhere. So then my other hunch would be maybe the way I'm structuring this quad tree is wrong and resulting in paths where things are not hit. So like if you have, I don't know, objects here, let's like organize it the way it might be seen in the game. When we do our object constructions, we're going to set this one first. We're going to determine that it's in this object is in this quadrant. Quadrant 1. And then we add this object. It's going to be in quadrant 2. Or quadrant 1 still. Or actually maybe quadrant 3 technically. This is going down. Okay, we decided to add this object. We propagate through the tree. The difference between this and this is quadrant 1. This and this is quadrant 1. So it goes in there. Okay, we're going to add this object. 1, 2, 3. The difference between them is in quadrant 1. Yeah, like this would propagate out this way. Which is like how it is mostly, so... Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. I'm guessing it has to be something wrong with how I've implemented my quad tree, specifically on like the iterator. Which this is basically what it is. This function's an iterator that walks through the tree. Where we have the current node that we're on, starting from the origin, which maybe that's not even ideal. We have the reference to the object that we're going to be writing to, the found object, and then the position we're doing our query from. And if we get the current node based off of current, if it's -1, that means, you know, we didn't find anything. So if our structure is correct, then it means that like one of these are being reached when they shouldn't be, when in fact we should be reaching a node. It was going on Strophim. When it rains, it pours. On top of door dashing 16 hours a day while job hunting, my Discord just got randomly permabanned for, oh my goodness, really? Appealed it, and they were like, oh yeah, that was our fault. The violation was removed, except it's not, and Discord is literally 100% clankers. Wow, dude. I'm sorry to hear that, Strophim, dude. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I can do bachata? Oh, really? Or something like that. I'm suffering. Wait, what's going on? Took some salsa classes on the West Coast, but then I came back to the East Coast and everyone's salsa's on 2s. Do you dance? A long time ago, dude. But a nice old Puerto Rican man has helped me whenever I've gone to this one social. Oh, the Puerto Ricans, dude. That at every kind of social dance, there's just one old dude who loves to dance. Yeah, dude. Puerto Ricans, there's a lot of old Puerto Rican, not even old Puerto Ricans like that in general. They just go to clubs and stuff like that just to dance. That's all they want to do. At my social, that means everyone takes a new partner to everyone who doesn't know what we're talking about. Just love to dance, so it's very friendly. That's cool. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that about Strophim, though. That sucks, dude. Seriously. I hate that like there's this larger and larger barrier for like all that stuff. Oh, salsa's dope. You dance salsa too, Strophim? Oh my goodness, we're just... What is this? This is a chat of dancers, dude. Everyone just be dancing, man. And meanwhile, I am perturbed. I am perturbed. I am break exhaust. There's something wrong with my iterator. I can feel it. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. But everything looks so convincing. So either the way I'm calculating the index for like the direction to go in is wrong, resulting in missed, which could be the case. Like that was the case earlier, is that this function that I use to figure out which quadrant each node is relative to a certain sample position was like missing some steps that I forgot to. I commented, but I never implemented. I believe I've done the implementation. I've done this, but I'm not sure if that's like a very robust thing. Maybe it is. Maybe this is all I'm missing, dude. I'm just like relying on implicit types. Oh, but this is returning an int. F sign. What if my int rounding is bad? What if that's the case, dude? What if like my int rounding is doing unexpected behavior? I don't know. That's weird. No, that doesn't explain why the discarding halfway through of objects. That's a weird thing, dude. You like watching them? Ah, gotcha. It's nice when I figure it out and step on their toes. Yeah. Are we human or are we dancers? I don't know, man. I feel a little inhuman, but I'm not sure if I'm quite a dancer either. We're just here to dance and step on toes, man. I showed up to break toes and eat bubblegum. I'm all out of bubblegum. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, because we do flow operations on these two. We shrink it from -1 to 1 range to instead be 0 to 1 range by multiplying by 0.5, then plus 0.5. Yeah. We do 1 minus dx and dy. Yup. 0 represents positive. We do the maths, the graphs, the formula. Dude, this is gonna be a problem that's gonna keep me from sleeping. I woke up today, like, just, I could not sleep because I was thinking about, like, this whole, why this wasn't working. And I got it better, and I figured out more stuff, but it's like little details. Just a little tiny little baby detail is enough to ruin it for everyone. It's the saddest thing. Chad, do you see what's wrong here? Do you see the issue? The smoking gun. This is why I say, like, I feel like Columbo, dude. I feel like Columbo because this is the same way he's working through a murder case. I'm working through my own murder case without realizing it. Quadtree, node position. I'm just gonna have to print out the data. That's all I'm gonna have to do is, like, every single time we do a query. I need to have a base of truth though, because I want to compare scenarios where they're supposed to work and they don't. I wonder, is my implementation of this, the body here, correct? No, I don't even trust myself on this. Am I right or am I wrong? Colored by state. I mean, not really. Kind of. There's a way to do it. It's just not going to benefit. I'm not going to be able to process that information in an intuitive way. I'm probably just going to do that though, or like have some other way to visualize it, or maybe I'm just going to. I don't know. I don't have to do the. I have another render layer stage, so I can just draw directly to the screen to visualize this, and that might be what I have to do. The thing is, like, I'm honestly pretty certain about the implementation of this body here, so it has to be somehow this. I want to see if I can change that behavior of like how things get discarded halfway through. That's like really weird. I need to go to sleep. I have to go to work in the morning. I'm just realizing that, dude. I have work. I have to be a functioning member of society. Oh. Now we got the other half. Oh ho 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 ho. I think the culprit's this little thing. No, we're not going to sleep yet. We're not going to sleep yet. Okay, what if we do the, like, I was trying to be super optimized, you know? I was trying to leverage the fact that C has this cool thing of, like, you know, cast, like, Boolean cast integer expressions. But, you know, we're not doing that, alright? We're just gonna do, like, let's see if this changes anything. I mean, this should theoretically, like, this should be essentially the same thing as this. But, you know. I like, okay, first of all, there's a compile error. Whoopsie. Semicolons. Yeah, we need those. Okay, there's another one still, though. What's wrong here? Officer, what is wrong? Officer, why am I... First of all, these are backwards. But that's not going to change it. Officer, what? Oh, I'm sleepy, that's why. Okay. This is for real, officer. Okay, same results though. So the math expression's correct. It has to do with how we're indexing into... I'm guessing this has to do with how we're indexing into our Q arrays, our quarters, our quadrants. That's what it's supposed to be. Our quadrants, and perhaps this function I've derived that I thought would be a nice bulletproof way of ensuring a nice bulletproof way of dealing with decomposing a direction vector into a single scalar value may not be as bulletproof as I would have thought. And maybe orienting things around quadrants is maybe not the good idea either. It's probably producing some ambiguity in a weird way. In fact, it's probably producing ambiguities in the math. Because then 0 is going to be a direction. But then, like, this function determines that. So it's like, you know, like, it's like, what are you talking about, Willis? What are you talking about? Maybe we just gotta include this. Okay, now we have some weird, even more weird stuff. There's some edge cases I'm not considering. That's just gotta be what's happening here. This is probably origin. This right here is probably origin. And there's some biases for, like, things that share the same x values or y values are just resulting in, like, this weird split where objects, like, maybe this node graph thing doesn't handle self-intersections very well. So maybe I need to deal with, like, some other type of, like, binary, or not binary, but some kind of way of partitioning space that isn't like this. Like, maybe I need to do, like, a KD tree or something. Or maybe I should just do a bounding volume hierarchy instead of just doing a quad tree. Dude, maybe I should just simplify it down. Just make it a binary tree. Why even go this far? Ambiguity's nuts. Oh, dude, it's 10 a.m. over here. Is it really? Your day is just starting. I think it's 2 a.m. for Cozy. Yeah, it's 2 a.m. This is the regular. This is how I live my life. I wake, it's 2 a.m. right now. Look at this, feast your eyes on this. It's like a jump scare. This is how we live our life. We grind for work, and we come home and we grind till 2. And then I sleep and dream of grinding. It's not about it's the puzzle, dude. It's like I need to get the solution. I need to have the answer here. And the answer is eluding me. The answer is eluding me, dude. I'm playing Splatoon Raiders and then I do some work. That sounds nice. Dude, is this me or do you have the dreams yet? What's the dreams? Okay, I need to go to sleep for real though. But elaborate on this. Where you dream an incoherent syntax, like you're debugging some incomprehensible thing. So I have dreams where I'm actually where I actually like code out the solution and it's like correct, or it's like it opens up the doors for the actual correct solution. But then I have bad dreams. I mean, it's not a bad dream. There's actual bad dreams I have. But the dreams I have that are frustrating related to programming is where it's like I have a function skeleton. Like there's like a basic function like float do thing, and like in my dream I'm trying to get to here so I can implement it. And for some reason, like I don't get to it. Like I get to it and I'm about to start implementing it, and then I get pulled away or something interrupts in the dream, and I keep visually seeing the skeleton of this function that I'm about to implement that's going to solve world hunger or something, but I don't get to actually write it. I want to desperately write it, and I can't write it, dude. And I wake up and I'm just like frustrated, and now I just want to write the thing, but I can't because I wake up and it's like, all right, it's work and we don't do personal work during work hours. So now I'm just like anxiously like having this thought in the back of my mind of like, I just want to implement the thing, and they won't let me. I can't implement the thing, and it makes me mad. This doesn't happen all the time, but it happens with this. The quad tree thing is what happened to me recently. Anyways, anyway, that's not yeah. I'm gonna figure something out. I'm gonna figure something out. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be fine. I'll figure some other like algorithm or something to speed this up. It shouldn't. Like I think it's even a simple binary search tree will be fine. A binary tree would be fine. I don't need to do I want to do the quad node thing though. I wanna. Okay, I need to stop. What's going on, things? Cozy, I love that about you. It's what's will keep you coming back. Yeah, I just want to get good, dude. Yeah, there's always a quest to go next level, right? I mean, that's part of what this AVX stuff was. Is like it's cool that I get to do that, but we've only sipped the tea. That is this stuff. You can go so much more crazy with it. I want to get this acceleration, this speed structure up going before I start trying to go even further. But we're just a dude, and we're just trying to make it. I guess I'm just not gonna do this optimization though. I think we're just gonna make the game and have it run at 10 FPS, and we're gonna be fine with that. I think maybe it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. We'll live with 10 FPS, or maybe I can try accelerating other things. I am like writing all the math stuff to be vectorized, so maybe that'll help a little bit. But maybe we can do iterations, our linear searches in like a more efficient way. Because if you look at our options for doing our little ray casts, let's see here. This is the accelerated version, but we're gonna look at our trivial, naive version, the linear search. I feel like there's ways I can probably like condense this into like a faster set of operations than what I'm doing. We'll see. I rolled my own quad tree for my thesis project. It was fun. I enjoyed the quad tree, but I need to get it working before Friday. Sleep time, boss. Great seeing you. Yeah, of course, it's good to see you, Syndicate. That's so cozy. Thank you, Sia. Alright, guys. I'm going to call it a night. Thank you guys for watching. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream tonight or not tonight. I don't know. I'll see when I stream. But by Friday, we should have a game that is functioning and does indeed work. And, whatchamacallit. And hopefully I will even have lighting and things of that nature in said game. And really fast frame times. From 200 milliseconds down to like 20 milliseconds. That is the goal. I think it's possible. I'm going to try to dream about the solution tonight. We'll see though. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a pleasure. And as always, God bless. And until next time, stay cozy. Bye-bye.